Greetings. You're on the Mindzone. Hello.
Yo, greetings, brother, man.
Hey, greetings. Who am I? Am I speaking to Advokate I?
Yes, King.
Yes. Thank you for coming on the Mind Show. On the Mind Show, in the Mindzone.
Yeah.
And how are you?
It's a pleasure, my brother. I'm good, and yourself? Are we live?
Yes, we are. We are live. We are. Before we start, you want to say any big hellos to any of your loved ones or friends or in the UK or abroad?
Yeah, just wanna say greetings to everyone who is listening. It really means a lot that you are following up on Advokate I music. We are because of you. There was never gonna be Advokate I music without the supporters and the listeners of the music that we are giving out to the world. So yeah, big
said.
Respect to everyone.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to have a phenomenal character like yourself, musical character like yourself. And before you came on, I was telling the listeners that I see you as the voice of Africa going forward in the future. So tell us, Advocate I, what inspired your name? Because I looked up the word advocate, and it says, what does it says? Did I look at, where have I got it here? Hear me? Yeah, one who defends or maintains a cause or proposal. One who supports or promotes the interests of a cause or a group. Have I got? Is that what you're saying? Is that what your name is depicting? Tell us
exactly.
Tell us your story.
Exactly. My advocate is taken from the advocate that the world know as the advocate. But to add on that, I'm for the people. I'm for everyone. For anything to do with the betterment of my people and anyone out there, that's where I'm coming from. That's the advocate that I represent.
I see. But that's a mighty responsibility that you've taken on for yourself. How do you feel about the burden of that weight?
It's something that I wouldn't want to take credit for, because musically, I've tried many times to quit this music. But if it's godly, if you are sent to do something by God, no matter how much you try, you cannot deny. So I enjoy what I do. I'm that one person who feels for the next person. Another person's problem can affect me to the extent that I can't even eat if someone is not doing well.
I see. Wow. No, that's a fantastic background, and you're hearing it on the Mindzone. Tell us a little bit about this crusade in a way that you're on. Did it start before the music, or you were into the music before you thought, well, I'd be the voice, I will try to be the voice of the people? Which came first, the music or the advocacy?
Yeah, I think I was born with this advocacy thing, but I came to realize it fully when I was doing the music thing, when I started doing the music thing. Right. Because even before the music, I've always been a brother's keeper, the next person's keeper. Yeah, then getting to music, music helped to amplify whatever I was trying to do, because I'm that person who doesn't talk too much. I keep things to myself. I can only express myself fully and truly through the music that I put out there.
Fantastic. That is a brilliant answer right there.
Give thanks.
You want to ask Advocate I a question? Oh, well, my computer is saying hi. I've got this living computer, and he's saying hi to you, Advocate I, and he wants, and he's asked the question: what do you think is the heartbeat of South Africa at the moment? And we're not necessarily talking politics. I mean, I know you live there, and what's in the minds of the people, and is this expressed in the music there? And do you see that there's a gap there that the people's expression should be in the music? But what is the heartbeat of South Africa at the moment? How are people thinking, as far as you know?
You know, talking about South Africa, I can say, you know, there is so much going on right now, you know. The economy seems to be going the other direction, and it's a big fight. The people right now are crying for jobs. People are crying for this and that, for their betterment, actually. And I can say, go ahead.
So, oh, you can say?
Yeah, I was saying, you know, there's so much going on in South Africa. The rate of unemployment, job losses, you know, the politics, gender-based violence, you know, the killings, you know, there's a lot going on, I can say.
Thanks for that. So what about, is there an expression in the music coming out that reflects this atmosphere? And are you looking to fill that gap in terms of being the voice through this medium?
Yeah, you know, music has always been our tool, the people's tool to express whatever they are feeling at a given moment in time, you know. So yeah, it's there in the music, but unfortunately reggae is not on the mainstream. As you know, reggae is the biggest.
Say that again.
Reggae is not on the mainstream, brother man. It's not on the mainstream like it used to be in the time of the great late Lucky Dube, you know. Reggae is still being played like during night time, you know.
What happened?
When people are asleep. I don't know. You know, I think it's the system. Because the system has always been against reggae music, because reggae music, you know, it's just reggae touches on the realities of life.
Oh, it's just such cautionary to hear. And you are pushing the reggae music. So how are you fitting in with your production, and how is your access to musicians, and how's it going for you in that climate, or trying to work in that climate?
You know, we are just trying our best, you know, with God leading us. I've got a team, a well-connected team. My brother Rebo Shumba, you know, is well connected to almost the key players in the industry. So yeah, that's how we're moving. We're moving slowly but surely. We're getting there. All eyes seems to be on Advocate I music as we speak.
House of Exile, tell us about that. I mean, I'm looking at the list you sent me. I want you to tell me a little bit about that before I bang this on the listeners. House of Exile. What opening statement can you do to introduce this song? Yeah.
Yeah, pardon.
Yes. What would you say to introduce the House of Exile? Tell us a little bit about it before I drop it on the listeners.
Yeah, House of Exile. I'm a biggest fan of Lucky Dube, and I've always loved his music. And House of Exile seems to be on top of my favorites from him, Okay. So, me being here, I'm from Zimbabwe, and me being here, it's like I'm in House of Exile. So
I get it. I get it.
It was just me, saying I'm still here in the House of Exile,
Cool.
For the love of my nation. Because the music, some of the music that we do here, you can't do it back home. The system will come after you.
I see.
So yeah, I'm the freedom fighter
I see.
in the song House of Exile.
Well, I hope you get a whole heap of energy for what you're doing, and you could,
Yeah.
you're going to need it. Coming up
Yeah.
on the
Yeah,
Mindzone, House of Exile, Advokate I.
Rest in peace, Lucky Dube.
Come in whenever you feel like Advokate I.
Bless her.
Standing on the mountain in a foreign country,
Hey,
trying to send a message to his people back in the ghetto.
lovely.
He had a one time
Sorry.
love of again, but he left all that behind. Oh yeah, I can hear him clearly as he whispers in the air. His voice came out loud and clear. All he asked for was a prayer, and as he turns to walk away, he said, I'm still here in the house of exile. For the love of the nation. I'm still here in the house of exile. For the love of the nation. I'm still here in the house of exile. For the love of the nation. Shumba Productions, Zimbabwe Music, Africa. Sun went down on the mountain, birds flew back to the hiding places. Standing there like a telephone pole in the still of the night. You and I dreaming of Romeo and Juliet. All he dreams about is the freedom of the nation. When every man will be found in the eyes of the Lord. As he closes his eyes for the last time, he said, I'm still here.
Yes, just a little teaser, just a taster there. You see, yes.
Yeah. Give thanks.
My favorite is Help Her Out. Tell me about that.
Yeah, help it out, Since I started doing music, it was in 2021 when I realized that I've never done such type of a song, As the self-proclaimed people's advocate, it's my duty by default. So I
Yes.
I had to address this issue because every day you turn on your TV, you turn on your radio, it's another bad news.
Ooh.
A young girl has been victimized. So yeah, if we don't speak against these things, no one is gonna speak for the voiceless, actually, So they say the world is not destroyed by those who do bad, but by those who watch and keep quiet.
Wow, mighty, mighty, mighty words right there. Oh,
Yeah.
Hold on, Amy's coming in. What's that, Amy? Amy's asking, wait, you write your own songs?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Talking about ownership, I own my sound, my songs 100%.
Lovely, good to hear that, because you know what's happened to black performers over the decades in terms of ownership, intellectual property, and so on. And the next, let me ask another question. There's two questions. When you're writing your song, do you think you have a spiritual helper? Like writers talk about downloading ideas and stuff. You want to talk a little bit about that in songwriting?
Yeah, I can say so, and I can say
Yeah?
the Most High is always behind. Is the inspiration behind my music, my songwriting, because the reason why I'm saying so is because sometimes when I listen to my music, I even ask myself, was it me? I will realize that the message is deeper than I thought it could be.
No.
When listening to it later on, So it's something that
is very revealing. That is very revealing of you. Thank you for sharing that with us. Good.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, so you think the listeners should hear a little bit of Help Her Out then? Let us get a little bit of that going. See where we are.
This song is for all the men out there. Let's love and protect our woman. Too much darkness, we need some light. Too much violence, why do we force and fight? The world needs some healing.
Yes, man.
Alikumo,
Yeah.
We should help her out. She's been silent just because you judge her.
She's been stuck in a toxic relationship.
Yes, Brad.
Alikumo, ile. She's a sister, she's a mom. We no wanna hear bad news. Your love never fight over little things. The world needs some healing. We need some healing.
Go on, Advokate I. Good. Yes,
brother.
Listen, the atmosphere around your songs, you can say, it's hard to distinguish it from the original island, Jamaica. The atmosphere, the spaces between the music, the beat, and so on. You've captured that, in a way that a lot of UK-based artists haven't. I guess it's living in the sun. Talking about living in the sun, I know you're not in Zimbabwe at the moment, but please tell us what are your hopes and dreams for Zimbabwe, whether from a musical point of view or from a personal point of view.
Let me talk from my personal point of view, because we can't talk about the music without talk about the real issues, My wish and dreams for Zimbabwe are to see Zimbabwe becoming a better nation, becoming a nation where its people will go out of the country to visit, do shopping, see the world, not being pushed by the situation in the country to leave their home country, because home is best. No matter what, if you go out there, the treatment that you get out there is different from the treatment that you get in your country. So I want a Zimbabwe where everyone will be living a decent life, living equally, the poor, the rich, being treated fairly, everyone being able to make ends meet in decent ways, not this kind of setup that we are in right now.
I hear you.
I can say in more than 20% of the countries worldwide, you can find a Zimbabwean there, which is not a good picture.
Okay. That's not a good picture?
Yeah. That's not a good picture, to be everywhere like that. People are not where they are because they want. They are there because of the situation. That's where the bad picture comes in.
I hear that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for that. Yes. What we need to be on the teasers here. What should I play next? Tell us a bit about No Love. No Love. What's that saying?
No Love. The title itself is loud and clear. If you look, I looked around the world. Looked around me, the society that I live in. Trying to see if I can find love like the love that you used to have back then. But you rarely find love. Everyone is just moving forward like nothing is happening to the next man, We have people in the streets. Nobody bothers. We have women getting raped every day. We have young girls and boys getting abused. We have human trafficking going on. We have drug abuse. We have this and that. So much bad news. But instead of being our brother's keepers nowadays, people choose to ignore what really matters and focus on the other stuff. So No Love was just saying it is. If you look around the world now, even if I ask you in the UK, do you see any love around you like it used to be? You say no.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Blessings and love. You're on the Mind Zone with Advocate I.
People are treated unfair. The rich, the poor, uptown, downtown. Why is it the poor getting justice? Why is it the poor live in a crisis?
Yes, man, rocking.
Respect.
Like, ooh, Amy like that one. Moving, Amy. Yes, sir.
We no want no segregation. I see no love. I see no love. I see no love.
Hey.
I see no love. Do you see any love?
Hey.
Read him.
Yes. See no love on the Mind Zone.
Yes, sir.
With Advocate I. Orator of Africa, voice piece. All glory and energies to you, Advocate I.
Bless you, brother man.
Yes. Yes. Yes, we're coming up to the half an hour. So we will ask you your final question. And what is your message to the world? What can you, if this was your only show that you will ever do, what would your last words be? What would you say is your message to the, whoops, sorry about that, Advocate. I'm just trying to get this mic in the right position. What would what's your message to the world? What can you tell us that we can hold on to, and that can, it's that within your character, and we can look forward to your message?
Yeah. So what I can say to the world is that especially looking at the times we are living in right now, where the love is now rare, people getting comfortable of this fake world that we are moving into, or that we have moved into,
Well said.
I think what we need right now, we need a reset, so that we can go back to that time. We can go back to that time when we used to live and love. Right now, I've got a clothing brand that I'm also pushing, and the message is loud and clear on the clothing brand. It's called Live and Love. So the message that I'm pushing, and I'll forever push, is that we must live and love, because without love, nothing else makes sense. It all begins with love. If there is love, there won't be gender-based violence. If there is love, there won't be the killings, the fightings, the hatred, the human trafficking, the drug abuse, the treatment that we get from our so-called leaders, so-called politicians. If we have love, we won't be having all this bad stuff that's happening in the world right now. So before anything else, we have to put forward love, because love is God. If you don't know love, you don't know God. You need to have love.
Wow. That it was Advocate I on the Mindzone on RasCast Radio. And because he's ending off with love, and thank you for being on the show, we will finish off with Real Friends.
It's a pleasure, brother, man.
Yes, thank you for coming on. Thank you for letting the world hear your sounds. And RasCast Radio will ever be grateful to you. Thank you.
Bless you.
Blessings and love. Blessings and love.
Real friend. Andidi vaya panongo budikira kana zvakufaya asi munhamu ndichikwangwaya vaisabati kandai vashaya. Real friends keep it real like Jah. Inamiseko me no one no bad mind. Real friends them, real friends stick together like glue. Real ones keep it real like Madrid. Otherwise man I cut off the G. Real ones them, no matter what, real ones stay true. They are the pillar of strength. When you down, they come to comfort. Do wrong, they call a spade. Fight and defend you behind your bed. They are always there in your tough times. Never change like the weather. Wish good in your life. Support your dream out of life. Real friends keep it real like Jah. In a miseko me no one no bad mind. Real friends them, real friends stick together like glue. Real ones keep it real like Madrid. Otherwise man I cut off the G. Real ones them, no matter what, real ones stay true. Me no want no bad mind friend them. Stay on the right lane.
Go, Advocate.
Now you can't treat me.
Yeah, man. Sing it up.
You pretending on me face, backbiting on me back. The agenda is to sell off me thing back.
Keep it real like Jah. In a miseko me no one no bad mind. Real friends them, real friends stick together like glue. Real ones keep it real like Madrid. Otherwise man I cut off the G. Real ones them, no matter what, real
ones stay true.
Yes. See.
Yeah, respect RasCast Radio.
Yes, love the vibes. Any final words?
Respect.
Any final words?
Yeah. Just wanna say give thanks to RasCast Radio for the platform,
You're welcome.
It's such an honor to be introduced to the UK massive, from the south of Africa. We're in the UK right now.
Yes. We
might not be there physically, but we are living in a global world. So yeah, we're there. Give thanks, Mindstro, for hosting us, and we're looking forward to doing more works. If possible, touring the UK in the near future.
Fantastic.
Will be a greatest honor for us. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Wanna say
And those...
When I say big up...
Yep.
When I say big up to whoever tuned in tonight, big respect for the support, the love and support and everything. Big respect to my team, Shumba Productions, Riverbank Records, Big Spit Music,
Okay.
and the whole massive. Bless up.
Thank you for coming on the Mindzone on RasCast Radio. Take good care, and we will always support your music. Take very good care. Thank you.
Likewise. Bless you.
All the very best.
Respect.
Yes, listeners, that was the mighty, talented Advokate I on the Mindzone. Yes, and he left us with words of love and teachings that you heard coming through his music. And we on the Mindzone are grateful. Yes, going back to the mind expansion, that was the musical mind expansion. Music is one of those, what do they call them? The 7 mystic teachings. Mystic curriculum, where music is one of those subjects that must be taught to create the type of person you need, because music has that type of energy. And we'll be looking at music and the different wave bands and looking at types of music that that you can relate to, and types of music that alters your thinking, and looking at resonance, harmonic resonance, and Schumann, all these types of resonance.